Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Rebel Inc. Escalation Custom Scenarios. Today we're taking a look at a scenario that was spotlighted by the developers in the last spotlight. It is called the Road Commander by Transportoyech96. The Road Commander is very good at constructing infrastructure at almost no cost, but this causes him to inflate things a bit too much. Can you handle the inflation? As long as this means I get a ridiculous number of roads with which I can destroy insurgents, the answer should be yes, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe inflation gets turned up to like 2,000% or something. We're gonna find out. Ooh, I get to choose my own map? Okay, tell you what, we haven't gone to the Pistachio Forest in a while since it is one of the hardest maps in the game. Let's give it a go. The Civil Servant. Doctor, Tribal Elder, Celebrity, Tax Collector, Chef, Logistics Expert. My standard lineup should be just fine and dandy, thank you very much. We'll call it Fearful Granite. It's like Onyx the Pokemon, but he's been cast with fear or something, I don't know. Welcome to the Pistachio Forest, sweet. All right, so we're gonna set up our HQ in our standard city located right over Myaw. Let's take a look at our civilian initiatives. Looks all pretty standard to me. Let's start by getting the infrastructure discussions, which actually gains me money, weirdly enough. And then, yeah, it is in fact basically free. Huh, what do you know? Now, yes, it does cause a fair bit of inflation, but I don't feel like inflation's usually that difficult to come by. Interesting, we also start off with Outreach Office plus 2 levels of Urban Outreach, which I guess makes sense. If you're going to be playing with somebody who's supposed to be really good at infrastructure, that actually is, that's a good touch. I appreciate it. Inflation Management. Reduce inflation caused by initiatives. Could be useful, but hoping I don't need it yet. Inflation Fighters. Train inflation fighters at assist. These are militia, but we're trying to prevent deflation propaganda? Man, the story of this is taking a bit of a weird direction that I don't think I was expecting, but all right. Let's go over zone representatives, effective procurement. Let's go ahead and grab just a few generic things there, plus we'll grab some of this. Yeah, inflation's a little high, but that's okay. We'll give it a second to tick down. The good thing about inflation is it's always been pretty fast to go away. It's not like it's a huge deal. Now, I would love to get roads, but is there anything else that would make more sense to get? We could get the inflation management, but it costs too much money for me to feel very comfortable with that. Let's just sit back for a minute, let that inflation continue to tick down for a second, and I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, now we are below about 8%. It goes down really fast when it's like extremely high. You can kind of actually see, I think, if we take a look at the inflation. Is this it? No, what is inflation? It's this red one right here, I think. Isn't it? I think it is. Anyway, the point being, it goes down pretty quick once it's really high, but then as you get lower and lower, it slows down quite a bit there. Let's go ahead and grab some anti-corruption plus some PR and media office, and once again, inflation is looking a little bit high. All right, I admit this is gonna get a little irritating, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And for free infrastructure, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I think it's super worth it. Let's go ahead and grab those main roads plus some highways. Having some road infrastructure set up before the insurgents are even able to go anywhere is gonna be pretty significant. Now, it does not stay free, as far as I can tell. Looks like once you get to level 2, it does cost a little bit of money, but that's still really cheap. What scares me is the sheer amount of inflation that I'm looking at if I pick that up. That is, admittedly a fair bit. Let's go ahead and pick up universal inflation. Wait, universal inflation? Hang on a second, okay. And then local inflation officer recruitment. Yeah, I feel like insurgents are basically just going to be people trying to decry the power of inflation, and as the corrupt road governor, I'm like, no. There's no inflation, lock them up! Domestic Relations Office. Oh, okay. Develop diplomatic contacts. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is. I think that there are people who are trying to whistleblow that I am creating serious inflationary problems and I'm tanking the economy, and I'm going to literally round them up and say no. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'll go ahead and get some dirt roads going as well. I wouldn't mind a bit more anti-corruption, but let's go ahead and grab local inflation officer recruitment instead. The insurgents haven't fired off yet. If we can go ahead and start attaching this to any regions, it's gonna be hard for them to get much of a foothold. We can grab the oversight, I suppose. Does have a chance of the cost going up a little bit, but darn it. But doesn't increase inflation, so it's a way of getting some supports without having to worry about this. Haha. All right, I want a second level of anti-corruption pretty soon, but also insurgents are now firing. No idea where their camp is gonna be yet. We could wait on this for a second. $13, still a bit much. Let's go ahead and start deploying some inflated soldiers. Good lord, inflated, like what? Like inflatable men, like those little wavy arm men? I knew those guys were evil, I just knew it! Let's go ahead and grab these guys. Now, do you think the camp is here? Or do you think it's hiding in the woods? I kind of feel like it's hiding in the woods. Found it! Sometimes I feel so smart. All right, let's go ahead and just punch these guys back a little bit. Keep them off in the corner somewhere so I don't have to worry about it at all. The camp is gone. That's all that really matters. We'll let these guys just sort of hang out, and I'm going to go grab this urban specialist. Significant concern over a lack of electricity. Yes, but you have roads. You have so many roads. Are you not grateful for the roads? You should be. Let's see. We are seeing more appear over here. I bet you there's actually another camp already. I might be wrong on that, but based on what I was just hearing, it sounds like they just spawned some more somehow. Let's go ahead and play the urban specialist. Not that I need them right now. There's the camp. Haha, I knew it. There was more. See, I'm telling you, I know a little bit about this game. Let's go ahead and deploy some soldiers. Getting garrisons now actually wouldn't be bad because then we would just keep these guys completely stuck over here for a while. And frankly, if we don't let them go too far, I mean, they may not even spawn a camp over here for a little while. Might not, but then again, they might. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and grab garrisons. Just go ahead and pick that up. This doesn't cause a ton of inflation, so we'll be fine. Garrison right here, fantastic. So what this means is actually if we can chase these guys into a corner, we could just clear out this group entirely and say, screw it, we're done. Could do that if I want to. Not sure I do. I think I'd rather just go ahead and move you elsewhere and maybe just encourage these guys to keep spawning camps here instead of over in the mountains where they're harder to control. That's a little exploity perhaps, but if it works, it works. Let's go for strategic inflations. And we are pretty low on inflation, which means we go for more roads. And weirdly enough, the inflation's not looking that bad anymore because we let it tick down sufficiently. Perfect. We'll go ahead and grab a bunch of things and fix that. Let's get some more inflation, dang it. Don't you know inflation's actually a good thing? You know, it's always hilarious to me when I do occasionally hear some like economists or some other quacks and hired up by politicians like, you know, inflation actually could be kind of good. It is only to a tiny extent, all right? A teeny bit of inflation is a good thing, but it's got to be very small and very well contained. Thank you very much. All right, speaking of contained, these guys are going absolutely nowhere. They're going nowhere at all. They're completely dead. You guys want electricity that badly, huh? What's this, traps? Establish traps and zones for deflated people. Okay, I'm just picturing in my head what I think a deflated person would look like, and this just seems really sad all of a sudden. I feel vaguely depressed, but okay. Let's go and pick up the domestic relations office. Fun fact, by the way, this actually, yeah, no diplomatic options becomes effective over time. I was gonna say, I just saw support level go up, which is not typical, so that's why it's domestic. So are we going to have no foreign interference? Because if we're going to have no foreign interference, that's great. Let's go for the interpreters and guides, and I could go for civil assistance, but do I care that much? Not really. Let's pick up electricity. Fine, you guys are asking for it. It's not like we don't have enough infrastructure to invest in, and electricity does help you build everything else in that tile a little bit faster. I'll attach the urban specialist, might as well, and we'll go ahead and prepare some land for refugees. You like roads? Because if you like roads, you're going to love it here. We got all the infrastructure. You think I didn't have enough infrastructure in order to take care of refugees? Pata! We've got plenty of them. All right, we got more troops than I know what to do with at this point. We could literally just go for the kill with one coalition soldier. I'm going to just pop around in a few different places and just go for a couple levels of civil assistance, because screw it, why not? And we'll just go ahead and move you guys around. Even with all the road upgrades, dirt roads still are kind of lacking here, but it's fine. It's fine. Aww! All right. Well, we're going to do some counter strikes, and they did decrease their support. So with no subtle pressure, it means that it's going to be kind of difficult for me to deal with any of those foreign rivals as they appear. So we're going to have to just treat that as a money-sucking event for the rest of this scenario, which is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Anti-corruption would be good, since that's a little on the high side. Police numbers soar by 66%. 66, you say? Amazing. Hey, people are asking for jobs. Land rights. Sorry, no, land inflation. Oh, and that apparently helps the jobs market. Aha! Some people always get confused, by the way, when I say a little inflation is, in fact, actually a good thing. It's like some sort of an economic principle. I won't pretend to be an absolute expert at it, but it has something to do with encouraging people not to, like, hoard their wealth and instead invest it, because otherwise it's actively losing some value. Also, it's supposed to help, like, I think, reduce the impact of taking out debt, which sounds bad, like you want people to not take out debt. And yet, the reason that's supposed to be a good thing is it makes it more manageable for the people who take out, buy things like assets, in the case of starting a business, or getting a mortgage, or anything along those lines. That's kind of the idea behind it, I think. Let's go for the inflation bank. Ah, yes. Print more money! That will solve our inflation problems, and by solve, I mean cause a little bit more. Yeah. These guys are actually getting a little bit strong. Hey, Lou, what are you doing? Hang on. I got no airstrikes. Well, that doesn't seem right. Oh, no! They've spawned more guys. Okay, now we need to train more units. They've spawned another camp. Now we need to clear it out. Get over here. We can detect that and get rid of it pretty quick. We'll clear this out. No problem. Probably, maybe, kind of. All right, we seem to be having a few issues. I'm going to go ahead and do a long extension. We are going to arrest the person creating some human rights violations. What else we got up here, by the way? Infra specialists construct all infrastructure dirt cheap. Okay, all infrastructure? So are we talking more than just roads? That's pretty good. Bad economics, knows little about economics, causing inflation to rise faster. See, yep, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. And urban outreach is already done. Yeah, we already discovered a lot of that stuff as we went. More soldiers would be good, and I wouldn't mind getting some travel logistics just so I can respond to some of these threats a smidge faster. Let's go ahead and move you over here. Just go ahead and start fighting this. Another garrison in this area. Sure, why not? This place is a freaking impregnable fortress. My God, that's amazing. All right, so that's taken care of. We're still stabilizing a few more of these regions. I'm just going to move around and just keep tossing these guys back and forth. And as long as we keep these guys contained, who cares? Who even cares? Travel logistics would be good, and let's go for zone security so it's harder for them to take over anything over here in case I miss it. No airstrikes, though, man. No airstrikes at all. Are you sure? I really would have liked to have had airstrikes. It would make it so much easier to deal with some of the camps in these places, but okay. Found another one of these camps. All right, we'll get rid of that. Threaten one more time, and then we'll go ahead and start going for a peace process. Although those of you who deny the power of inflation probably should not be allowed to be in my nation. Approve more things with oversight? I don't know if I've ever gotten this many of the projects before, but there we go. Keep getting these things. All right, more soldiers, might as well. I know corruption's insane. We'll burn it down over time. Don't even worry about it. We're barely even losing any reputation for my extremely my extremely low reputation. Who's even worried? Technically, I guess if these guys have enough... Do you have enough security? Not really. No. Oh. Okay. I would have expected these guys to have had a bit more security built up by now so that the police could actually just deal with this for me, but it appears that is not the case. What about here? Yeah, they only got 40% security. Huh? Wait a minute. I already got the police thing. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I got the police. I would have expected that to work, but apparently it is not the case. All right, we're going to try to talk. I'm going to talk to these losers and see if maybe we can come to some sort of an accord. We're going to counter-strike my rival again, risking World War III. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Insurgents and rejection of inflation is outright banned in my country. You're not allowed to do that anymore. I am, after all, the road commander. There we go. This guy's going to just keep running for the hills, like, for all the time. That's fine. We'll just keep chasing him and keep building things over here, at least until it's taken care of. Say you're sorry! Apologize to the inflation gods. By the way, they don't have very much power left over here. I think these guys actually are like disbanding slightly from the lack of support. There's not enough hostile population to continue doing this. We're gonna subsidize TV, might as well. Could have gotten some reputation out of it, but like really, who cares? Let's go for more police. And we don't care about corruption anymore. We'll go for a democratic transition. Sure, why not? And I'm gonna set some traps for these guys. Yeah, inflates one deflated person when encountered so much that they die. So if you run in over here, I want to see you inflate and die. Oh, we got 138% security all of a sudden. It actually might work. Hang on, let's keep an eye on this inflated person. I want to see what this guy's gonna do. I want to see, oh, wait, we got more down up here. Hang on, move you down here, move you down here. We can fight this is fine. I want to see this guy explode. You gonna explode? No? Hey, where's the, I was promised deflationary powers. Or something. All right, whatever. It's probably fine. Human terrain system, stronger garrisons, might as well. Blah, 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 more telecoms. And, you know what? Remote inflation would be great. And, you know, we'll just go ahead and grab a couple more outreach programs. Whoa! Where'd you all come from? Okay, I know you guys decided to spawn some dang camps, but holy cram, where'd you all come from? For real, though. These guys just appeared out of freaking nowhere like a bunch of weeds. Like a bunch of dandelions. Which, by the way, I will say, as a new homeowner, I despise dandelions. My gosh, those things get freaking everywhere. They're awful. All right, let's go ahead and clear this out since apparently this is all getting out of control. They decided to spawn 3 new camps in quick succession down over here. And believe it or not, I'm not really okay with that. We appear to be struggling to win this, though, somehow. Hang on, we need more reinforcements. Hang on. All right, let's see if we can catch these guys. Darn it. You know what? Hang on, let's see if we can win this fight. Nope, we can't. Okay, hang on. Now I have to deal with this. We're gonna increase pay. Oh, gosh, dang it. Do a long extension with you. Send you home. I can't get upgrades for my national soldiers? Oh, that sucks. Hang on, this guy's not only bad at economics, he's bad at preparing a military. It's fine, though. These guys are surrounded. They won't last long. Gosh dang it, now this guy's down over here. All right, hang on. More coalition soldiers, get in there, win. What the heck? These guys are way stronger than they're supposed to be. What is going on? All right, full elections. There's a chance it gets disrupted. It did not. Fantastic. We're going to do another counter-strike because I have to. And we are going to reject the peace deal once again, and they are spawning all over the place because, of course, they are. Oh, my gosh. This is getting really irritating all of a sudden. What the heck is happening? Why are these guys still a thing? Get rid of this camp. Okay, camp goes boom. These guys die. Thank you. Now we send you over Mya, send you over Mya. We're going to find these guys, and we're going to kill them all, okay? So that's taken care of. You go here. Found their camp. Found a cave. All right, get rid of that. And you guys go up over here, and these guys should be more or less surrounded. I'm surprised we're not more mobile than we are, considering. Like, we should have really good road coverage, so I would have thought we'd be better off, but all right. Okay, so you here, you here, you here, you here, you chase. Okay, so we'll surround this little guy over here. We're clearing out the cave, so it's not going to last for very long. We only got one zone left. I mean, it's going to be fine. Let's donate to charity over here, and let's go for another... Gosh, all of the projects. What are the odds? I don't know about this, but, like, what are the odds that there's a setting in the creation scenario creator, right, that allows you to turn up the likelihood of getting those events specifically, and the author had the foresight to say, you know, we're so good at infrastructure, it would make sense if we get all of these events. That would be really smart, and if so, I applaud you. We're going to agree to the peace deal since they are now dealt with. 170 reputation is quite a bit, though most of the map had already been stabilized. We could have held out a little bit longer if I so desire. Okay, that actually ended up being more engaging than I thought. I don't know why they had a sudden, like, second wind and just appeared everywhere. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. I do think that the inflation was better balanced than I expected it to be. I thought that it was going to be kind of a trivial thing to deal with and not a big, you know, issue at all. But I actually did have to build around it at least a little bit, so I liked it. I think that was a pretty decent scenario. Not bad. Thank you very much for designing that, and thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.